What do you want from the audience to feel at the moment when they hear your record?
Well, I think that every song that we make is really spontaneous, and so it really depends on the mood and the thoughts that are in your mind when you're in the process of making music. So I think that's why all the songs are very eclectic on the record, because it's like going through all these adventures, all these facts of life, and just kind of reflecting on them. And so yeah, it depends on each song has its kind of I would say of mood, you know.
Este es el podcast de Ruidosa Caracola con Erick Mujica.
Imagínense esto: funk, house, pop, rock, pero en la que cada instrumento que está en esta banda se encarga de mostrar este género. Toda esta mezcla la genera Later, quien acaba de lanzar su nuevo álbum, su primer álbum, Walking the Line, en Francia, una banda francesa que se presenta ahora en el podcast de Ruidosa Caracola. Y los tengo aquí en vivo con nosotros. Later, welcome to the podcast of Ruidosa Caracola.
Hi,
thank you.
So happy to have you. And as we speak, before we start recording, thank you for your album. Is such a trip.
Well, thank you.
And now, when an artist start to write a song or make an album, the first thing besides the artistic part is what you want the audience to feel. When you release this album that has many songs and many spaces, what do you want from the audience to feel at the moment when they hear your record, when they hear Walking the Line?
Ciao.
Well, we want them like to feel like there is some kind of difference between with the previous EPs we've already released, and we also want them to feel like there is still like the DNA of the band, but that we're trying to experience more different styles, more types of music, and just yeah, that would be it.
It shows obviously an evolution from the band from the beginning in 2019, but emotionally, what when you write a song, you want people to headbang or to feel happy or to feel sad or to feel melancholic or just to feel energy, but what do you want in that way to the audience, to your fans or your new fans, to feel as you when you get the trip of Walking the Line?
Well, I think that every song that we make is really spontaneous, and so it really depends on the mood and the thoughts that are in your mind when you're in the process of making music. So I think that's why all the songs are very eclectic on the record, because it's like going through all these adventures, all these facts of life, and just kind of reflecting on them. And so yeah, it depends on each song has its kind of I would say of mood, you know. But it's all very spontaneous, and it's not like, okay, so today we're gonna write about this and we're gonna want them to feel that. It's really just about how you feel in the moment and how you express those feelings.
Talking about the moment of the songwriting, how attached are you from the songs, lyrically, musically?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I don't really get it.
I mean, when you write the songs, how attached are you from the music, from the way that you want to express yourself Is the moment, or you are inspired by your surroundings, or by the way you are living your own life?
Well, yeah, this is totally it. It's like you take all the information that you experience every day, and one day it just comes with more than thoughts, and it comes with a melody, and so you just share it because there's four of us, so you just come in the studio and you share your thoughts, maybe a melody that goes with it, and then we talk about it, and then everybody adds how they're feeling in the moment, and this is how we're making the songs.
And nowadays it's very easy to make a music via email. It's very easy to make music in the computer. Are you a band that gathers, that get a space to make music, to get together and in your own instrument make it blend, make it inspired by each other?
Well, yeah. When we make music, usually we just isolate ourselves in a house like 1 hour away from Paris, and so we really like in this closed bubble, and and yeah, we don't make music by email. It's really just like we're always together when we make the music, which is something that when we first started making music, we wouldn't usually do. Like for example, like there could be like just two of us making the music, and then other two seeing each other at a different time on the same song. But now we really stopped doing that, and we just like get together for 1 week, and we make everything start to finish together, and that way, you know, when somebody like runs out of ideas, somebody just jumps in because he heard something that he liked and he wants to improve that part. So it's really, yeah, it's a really exchange, and yeah.
And also with the instruments, with every instrument has its own personality for the record. I mean, first of all, the guitars are very Clapton-ish, very 70s, very Hendrix influenced. I want to talk with the guitar player and know how, and knowing how you make this the space for the guitar to have a place and an important role in these songs.
Well, thank you so much. I think when so I play guitar, and when I think we compose guitar. Everybody compose guitar. Like I do some riff and some guitars, and maybe it's like Theo or Charles or Noah are telling me, okay, that's good, that's cool, so we could keep that. But we all compose like every instrument, even if like I'm a guitarist, Theo is a pianist, but we all do this together. But really, thank you for all the comparison. It's cool.
Also in a band, the egos, no, the guitar player sound more, or the piano wants to be sound more high than the other instruments, or more guitars, or more piano, or more bass, or more voices, because you're a band that also make an structure of your voices, of your make a chorus, make it very smooth, and that's also that you are making not just your voices as part of the message. You're making your voices as an instrument too. How you developed that over the time, and also over the songs on the album.
I think that's all about the ideas that we have at the moment. Like the, I mean that the first ideas is the right one. Like if I have an idea on the piano, I'm going to make it, and everybody is going to tell if it's a good idea or not, etc. And then it changes, and it's the same for the guitar, for the voice, or the arrangement. So yes, we don't really think about, okay, here we have space for piano, so let's make a piano, then it will be guitar. It's really spontaneous.
And also the talking about your voices and the chorus, that's very European. I think the last 20 years, the European, the French music is going is that signature sound that makes you the voice an instrument, and how you develop that. Speaking of the voices of this block of chorus that it's all over the record, and how you produce that? Are you your own producers? How many people also get involved in the project to just make an evolution of your sound?
Well, for for compose all our music, we are just for, and we all the produce. Noah is the producer of the album, so it's a force to be for, and there is just us to work on our music.
Being in a band and also being the producer, how the dynamics works, because you're a part of the band, also part of the songwriting, and also part of the producing of the album. How you make a space for each one of the roles that you had in the band?
We try to do the much together, so there is no space for producing, and for the composition. It's really spontaneous, even for the producing of the album. After there is the question of the mixing and mastering, etc. But when I compose with the band, it's in first the ideas, and after how can make it sounds right, and we're thinking together of the song, and I work on the computer with the guys. Voilà.
Also, and so the producing system is to keep the organic part as an essence of the band. I think nowadays to make an organic sound, to make a band that doesn't have the demo version very different than the studio version, is about finding yourself as musicians, as an artist, and also as a band. Now that the album is in every platform, it's now for the fans, for the new fans. How you feel that this music is having such a great feedback?
Well, of course, when we start making the music, it's the big question. It's are the people gonna like it? But to answer this, it's like we try to be as authentic as possible with the music we release, and so we think by sticking with that, people can't be disappointed, because it really comes from our vision and what we wanted to express. And when it gets the good feedback, this is when we understand, okay, so we were not wrong, because that's something that you can be scared of when you try new things. But when people tell us that they're surprised by songs like Walking on the Line or She's Coming, that I think you couldn't expect from our first two EPs. But when they say they like it, it's like, yeah, we're going on the right direction. And that's mainly because I think that we trust ourselves, and we don't want to do something that doesn't resemble us.
Nowadays, for you, now that you're having this feedback from your latest album, and that you are part of the business and you know the business and the way that the music connects, just the European music, the Latin music, the American music, the Japanese music, the Korean music. Where do you keep the European music influence now in the world's music?
I think there is not really big influences of the European music or Japan music. I think nowadays it's a really melting pot of all stuff and genres who can existing all over the world. And by example, we are really influenced by the soul or American music, Brazilian music. It's a really melting pot of all music who exist on the world. And European music is maybe the perfect smoothie.
It's great. It's great that also you have your festival season every year. Now that the album is out, how are you planning to make it live? Is there a way that you want to make these songs to sound live? Is there a way that you want it to sound very different, have their own spirit as a live version of every song?
Well, I think that with our first EPs, because they were more slow, more chill, when we arranged them for the live, we made them more danceable, and we added more BPM. But for this record, because there is more upbeat tracks, so we're gonna stick because there's already like this idea of live inside the record itself, because we wanted to make a record that people could enjoy and dance to and celebrate to. So for the last record, the last songs, of course there's going to be arrangements, but I think we're going to stick with the energy that is already inside the album.
Is there any plans of a tour? Are you just promoting the record, or you are ready to play these songs live?
No, we have a little bit of live concerts that are coming. Yesterday we played in Amsterdam, and it was the first time out of France, and we would like to make more shows in Europe and in the world, and maybe in Mexico one time. It would be amazing. And so that's our plan. We don't want to be just studio players and making music. We would like to play it in front of people and of fans, etc.
Also, Argentina will be a good place to have you live.
Yes, Argentina, of course. Yes.
One question to finish this episode is that now this album is out, all your feelings are out, all your hard work of this time making these songs is out. How you feel? How's the feeling now that you are promoting a record that took you time, sacrifice, moments, energy, and also all the dynamics that happens when you make a record?
Well, I think that we're very happy, and also we can see that people are connecting with the record. Like every day we receive messages that people saying that they have it constantly on replay, and I think that as an artist it's like one of the best feelings, because inside your music, like it's so intimate, like you put so much of yourself, and so when it actually works and you see that people start to feel comfortable with the music and appropriate it themselves, it's really amazing, and it just makes us want to make more and more music and to live something like this with another record, and keep like sharing as long as there are people here that are willing to listen to us.
So thank you very, very much, guys. Once again,
Thank you.
congratulations. Congratulations for the record. It's a trip. It's really great to it's that kind of album that you don't want to leave. I mean that just start with the first song and you just don't want to stop till the finish, and that's something that I think the old generation has when they got the vinyl version or the physical version of music. And I think I heard this album, I think, more than 3 times now. And it's because you don't want to leave. You don't want to leave the record. It feels like
Thank you very much.
And also the track orders that you made, how you tell the story as a whole, it's very great. So it's been a pleasure and an honor to have you here. Any last words, guys?
Yes, thank
you.
you. Thank you to you. It's a pleasure too. And we will try to do the best for our second album.
Yeah,
to come in Argentina.
And to come
come to Argentina.
We hope and we will see you here. It will be great for the music, and this country is a very musical country, fans and people that will love to hear you live and found your music. I think these ways of communicate each other is a new way to new people to find your music, and it's great to have these conversations and this connection. So guys, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Ahí está, hasta en español también hablan estos chicos. Un nuevo episodio del podcast de Ruidosa Caracola, presentándoles ahora música desde Francia. Escuchen esta banda que está increíble, se llama Later, el último álbum se llama Walking in the Line, está maravilloso, háganlo. Yo soy Erick Mujica, presentándoles nuevas bandas, presentándoles un nuevo episodio del podcast, presentando muchas cosas nuevas para que ustedes tripeen. Ya saben que los quiero. Adiós.
Ruidosa Caracola es una producción de Tripea. Suscríbete, compártelo y escucha nuestro playlist en Spotify.